Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. Been a minute, again. See, I'm gonna focus on this chapter here, Matthew 18, verses 1 to 5. At the same time came the disciple unto Jesus, saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except you be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive receives one, such a little child in my name received me. Now, the part that I really wanted to get at is, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted, which is verse 3, converted and become as little children, and you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Now, this particular, verse 3 in Matthew chapter 18, verse 3 and 4. Don't you right there take time to think about these children. Think about how these little children behave. Why are these little children the greatest in heaven, in the kingdom of heaven? Why are they so the greatest? The reason why they are such of the greatest is not because they are a little child, they are little kids, they are children. It's what's within them. It's in their spirit, it's their heart. It's purity. That's what it is. It's the purity in them. It's the purity in their heart, in their spirit. Their heart does not have any form of hatred. Their heart does not have any form of unforgiveness. Their heart does not have any form of anger or bitterness or, those things is not in their heart. What's in their heart is joy, peace, happiness, and their spirit. Think about this. They have not even touched anything in sin. Think about that. These kids have not witnessed, have not touched, have not done anything in sin. What does that say? These kids are blameless. These kids are blameless. These kids that are not speaking lies, they're speaking honestly, they're telling the truth. They're stating their fears, and they, most importantly, they don't even worry about things. They don't even worry about things like the way as an adult worry. As an adult, they don't worry. Yeah, as a kid, they don't worry about these things. They don't know about bills. They don't know about all these things. They don't know it. So, with these little children, with their heart and their spirit, it's like that's where you get the understanding that when the disciple was asking them, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus had brought these children out and let them know that these kids here, these little children, they are the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Some people might not get it. Some people may not get it, and some people may get it. But you have to look at these children. Put all these games, like video games and all that, subtract that out. Look how these children, when they get along, when they be around other children, they get all excited, they get happy, joy, and being, and they love each other. Like, hey, come on, play with each other. Do you ever stop to think about like how moving that the Spirit of God is so moved by that? Jesus is it that kind of spirit, that kind of behavior, that kind of thinking. It's easy for the Holy Spirit, for God to come to those children. Don't be surprised if the Holy Spirit revealed something to that child that you yourself did not even realize that that child is receiving the Holy Spirit. It's receiving the Holy Spirit. God is talking to them like this. You know what I mean? So, why does Jesus want us to convert into... It's not saying for you to be like a child, to be like a kid, act like a big... No. It wants all of us to adapt. Look how these children are. Look at their heart. Look at their spirit. We have to bring ourselves, even though we are an adult, we're going through some things. We have to take the aspect of these children. Look at the aspect of these children and take it and put it upon yourself. Don't kids never worry? They smile. They smile. That aspect, God wanted to get that to ourselves. The innocent. Yes, God sees all the things that we have done, but God wants us to get back into that innocence. Be blameless. That stuff is not overnight. That sucker is not overnight. I don't mean to say it like that, but it's not overnight. It's going to require of you to deny your flesh, deny yourself. Like, you have to confront yourself with all the wrong things that you have done in your life, to get it out, to get it away from you, so that you can become, in renewal, in like renew your spirit back to that time when you was innocent, back to that time when you don't even do those things no more. But these things, if we can take it and understand that those kids, those little children that you see them playing with the little kids, with all the little kids around, and just enjoy, happy, no worriness, the aspect of these children that the Lord wants us to take upon ourselves, humble ourselves, be innocent, be at that level where, like I just said earlier, those kids can easily receive the Holy Spirit. Those kids can easily receive the Spirit of God talking to them, or just revealing things to them. You know what I mean? So we want to get into that level. I'm saying it's the same thing for myself. I need to get back into that level. I need to, take some aspect of these little children and get back to that level. Like we have to, like I said, these kids, these children don't even done any sin. They haven't done anything. They're just being innocent in the heart, pure in the heart, pure in spirit, purified in spirit. That is like I said, I'm going to say it again. It's enough for the Holy Spirit to enter into those kids. If the Holy Spirit comes to that child and say, "Go tell your mother to do this," you cannot tell me you will pass out in faith. When that child comes to you, "Mommy, Daddy, the Holy Spirit told me for you to go and take this and go give it to this man." You're going to be standing there going like, "Excuse me, what?" Excuse me. How do you even know who that man is? That's my friend. That's my buddy. How do you know that? It's the Holy Spirit. It's their spirit. It's receiving the Holy Spirit. It's receiving. It's receiving it. It's not being stubborn. It's not being too prideful. The child is not being prideful. The child is not being stubborn. The child is behaving in innocent, childlike as it is, and not having worrying, not having nothing on them, but just allowing the Spirit of God to be on them. We have to try to understand that is the reason why God is saying that we should humble ourselves. We should, humble ourselves, become like these children. Look at the aspect. Sit down and look at the aspect of those children, or what made them the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. They are the greatest. And when you become that way, when you've been that way, you become the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. It will be easy for the angel to come down. It's easy for the it will be easy for the Holy Spirit to come to you. When you receive, really keep your heart and be focused with God, and you being childlike and you humble yourself. You don't pay attention to anything out there. These kids never pay attention to anything out there. All they pay attention to is toys, or just playing with other kids, just joy, happiness, just pure heartness, just pure heart, pure spirit, purified, like nothing on them. It's like you cannot blame anything because they're just being kids. They're just being children. So as the children of God, we need to be like that. We need to bring ourselves down to that level. We need to bring ourselves into that aspect of the way those children are. We were kids before. Try to sit down and remember how you was when you were a kid. Remember how you was when you were a kid. Take those aspects of it and put it to yourself. And you see how God moves. You see how God moves, and you will find yourself being the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Because simply you brought yourself into humble like those children. So that's it. That's it for today. Matthew 18, verses 1 to 5, which I was really pointing out to verses 3 and 4. So that's all. So until the next time of my another post, another content, another things that I will put up, please do like and share, and have a good one. God bless.